following is a paid program. The views expressed are not necessarily those of the management or ownership of SKOR North, KSTP AM 1500.
This is the place to talk about everything related to the home. Buying or selling real estate, financing and improvements that can help increase your home's value. This is Minnesota Home Talk on SKOR North. Here's your host, Jason Walgrave.
Good morning, folks, and welcome back. This is Minnesota Home Talk, and we're live on 1500 SKOR North. We are the original real estate show here on AM 1500 radio. 185 years on the air, 5 million shows, and we're still doing it.
What's amazing is in the last week we've added 100 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 1 week, 100 years has happened.
New content every single show.
It's that new math. It's that kind of like it's like the
new math. I'm pretty sure the math is the same as it's always been.
Well, it's just
the
it's
new
difficult.
Way.
Yeah.
The new way of teaching and solving mathematical problems. It's
like
new.
It's like the interest. It's like the compounding interest mathematic equation
divided by 2.
It's very complicated.
Plus 4.
Yep, it's very complicated.
Times 18.
And then when you carry the 1, then you get the 185 years.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
I'm learning.
We all learn. We learn every Saturday morning in this show. Folks, we got a big show planned ahead. Jason Walgrave here with Walgrave Real Estate Group and the Minnesota Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Of course, we have a mortgage, Michael Overson with Luminate Home Loans. And back in studio, we've got Jerrad with Credilife. We've got new to the studio, Dustin. Are you excited?
I am.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Dustin is also with Walgrave Real Estate Group and the Minnesota Real Estate Team at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Lots of stuff to talk about this morning. We're going to open up the phone lines right away. We've got 4 tickets to the Timberwolves. Have you guys been watching the Timberwolves?
No.
They're killing it.
They have been kicking butt.
Doing really well.
They have more points scored in the last 5 games than any other NBA team right now. I mean, they're doing
Yeah. Knowing that you can get some tickets, call in and ask questions.
That's right. We got 4 tickets to give away. 1 big winner. Real estate questions, anything and everything real estate related. The phone lines are open if you'd like to go to a T-Wolves game. 651-647-2910. That is the call number to the studio. 651. Give us a call if you'd like to go to T-Wolves game. 4 tickets on us. 1 big winner for the best real estate question. Credit questions, insurance questions. Give us a call. The phone lines are open to win Timberwolves tickets at 651-647-2910. That is the studio line. Give us a call at 651-647-2910. We also have a text line. You can text your real estate questions. Also win via text Timberwolves tickets. The text line is 763-443-5664. 763, the text line. Text us your questions. 763-443-5664.
One other thing about the old text machine questions. For all the people that had our old text number plugged into their phone, because people do that, right? Everyone who listened to us plugged our text line into their phone so they could save it because they always got riveting questions that they want to ask us. That one still works. I'm not going to give the number because if you have it saved, you have it saved and you know what it is.
Yes.
But if you want to text the old number, that's open too.
Yep.
Yes, old, new, you can get a hold of us with your real estate questions and win some T-Wolves tickets for the best question. All right, big show planned this morning. As I mentioned, we're going to be talking about credit. We're going to be talking about some business credit, I think, as well.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some insurance topics potentially. Overson, of course, has a ton of mortgage stuff to talk about. Dustin and I will be talking about the real estate, answering all your real estate questions. We'd love to hear from you. Again, if you'd like to win Timberwolves tickets, 4 tickets on us, give us a call with your real estate credit or insurance question to 651-647-2910 to win Timberwolves tickets. Give us a call at 651-647-2910. The text line, you can also win via text. Text your real estate, credit, or insurance questions to 763-443-5664. The text line again, 763-443-5664. How did I do, Evan? Did I give those numbers out correctly this morning?
Yeah, and you didn't even stutter once on
Not
them.
one time.
I'm real impressed.
Man, I'm on.
You just got to do that like 7 or 8 more times.
We'll see. We'll see if we can do that. All right, we're going to go over market updates. We're going to talk about stats. We got hot listings, 10 credit score, truths and myths. We've done this a few times in the past, but it's a great list of 10 credit score, truths and myths. I think that the majority of folks out there still do not completely understand how credit works, how to improve it, how your habits, like your bill paying habits, may negatively affect your credit score. So we'll be going over those, and Jerrad, of course, will have a lot of insight on those 10 things. All right, let's do some smoking hot listings.
Oh, we're doing hot listings now.
Should we do them now?
Sure.
All right, let's do them. We got a brand new listing. Went live yesterday in Cottage Grove. This property is located at Overson. You'll appreciate this. Not spelled the same, but you'll still appreciate the address. 7665 Laverne Avenue in Cottage Grove.
Like spelled the right way?
L-A-V.
Oh, that's the wrong Laverne.
Yep, it is. It is the wrong Laverne, but nevertheless, 7665 Laverne Avenue South in Cottage Grove. We have got a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage. This is a split level, single-family home with approximately 1,886 square feet. New on the market yesterday. This one will not last long. On the market for $339,900. And again, that address is 7665 Laverne Avenue South in Cottage Grove. Moving over to Prior Lake. This is a executive rambler. Absolutely gorgeous property located at 3385 Griggs Street Southwest in Prior Lake. 2,000 square foot foundation, 3,810 total square feet, a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3-car garage. Gorgeous property in Prior Lake for $850,000. Moving over to Brooklyn Park. This one, we actually have an accepted offer on it. This is located at 6322 83rd Court North in Brooklyn Park. A 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 1-car garage. 924 square feet. It is on the market for $135,000. And folks, we had this property sold in multiple offers in just a couple days. Next hot listing, if I can get through. There we go. This is a fantastic property. Love the front elevation on this condo in St. Paul, located at 600 Summit Avenue, number 600-2. This is a 902 square foot, 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo, again on Summit Avenue in St. Paul, on the market for $250,000. Really cool property. It's got exposed brick on the interior. You've got some private storage space in the basement, deck off the back, and really, really cool front elevation. Again, located at 600 Summit Avenue.
How many units are in that building?
I think there's 8.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think so.
It's really a pretty slick setup.
It is a cool looking building. Front elevation is gorgeous. We've got a commercial opportunity up in Duluth, Minnesota, located at 327 West 1st Street. A 30,000 square foot property on 5 acres. On the market for $1.75 million. If you're looking for some commercial opportunity in Duluth, it's located at 327 West 1st Street, Duluth, Minnesota. On the market for $1.75 million. We have some couple building opportunities yet in Savage in the Twin Ponds development. Pebble Creek Custom Homes has 2 lots available. We've got a corner lot, and then we have lot 1, which is a slab on grade, $110,000 for a 0.64 acre lot. Folks, this is an incredible deal. Come build your custom home at Pebble Creek Custom Homes, and that's on the market for $110,000. Again, in Savage, located on Sumner Avenue. That is in the Prior Lake Savage School District. They have a to-be-built on the corner lot. This is a 2,400 square foot foundation Rambler. Gorgeous floor plan. One of my favorite plans that Pebble Creek has built. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, custom design millwork throughout. Absolutely gorgeous home. $995,000 to be built in Savage, also on Sumner Avenue. Overson, I know this is one of your favorite floor plans as well.
The favorite. We've got another commercial development opportunity in Dundas, Minnesota, just south of Lakeville, right on 35W. It has a half mile of interstate frontage. 130 acres, located at 1736 Miller
Millersburg Boulevard West in Dundas, 130 acres, on the market for $5.2 million. Moving back up to Prior Lake, we've got a to-be-built Pebble Creek Custom Homes to-be-built property located at 16080 Sims Court Southeast. This is a 2,941 square foot above ground to-be-built two-story. Sims Court's a really great development. This to-be-built is on the market for $950,000. In that development, I believe we have 2 or 3 lots left. It is a 9-lot cul-de-sac, all half-acre walkout lots, surrounded by 12 acres of preserves. So you've got a ton of privacy, a lot of space between you and the neighbors behind you. And this is right across the street from the Twin Oaks and Hidden Oaks Middle School, right up 160th, located at 16094 Sims Court Southeast in Prior Lake. Lots range in price from $135,000 to $175,000 in that development. Looking for a retirement retreat down in Red Wing, Minnesota, in the Lake Pepin area. We have got a pagoda-style property with 425 feet of private shoreline, over 1 acre. This property is absolutely gorgeous. One of the most beautiful skylines and waterfront properties that we've ever marketed. It's on the market for $2 million, located at 27858 Greens Point Road in Red Wing. And our last Smoking Out listing of the week is an investment opportunity. Would you like to buy a resort? How would you like to live the resort lake-style lifestyle? This is the property for you in Aiken, Minnesota, located at 39629.
And people will call you Doc, which is pretty cool.
They will call you Doc. This property is called Doc's Harbor. So if you would like to be called Doc without having to go to school for 12 years, this is the property to buy. Located again at 39629 State Highway 18, Aiken, Minnesota. On the market for $2.5 million. We have 26 boat slips with availability for expansion and 32 RV sites. For more information about these Smoking Out listings, you can go to our website, MinnesotaHometalk.com. Click on the property search button to get all of that information. All right, folks, phone lines are open. Who'd like to go to a Timberwolves game? On us, 4 tickets all together. One big winner for the best real estate question, credit questions, and questions about insurance. Give us a call at 651-647-2910, 651-647-2910. If you'd like to win Timberwolves tickets, give us a call with your real estate question, anything and everything real estate related. We'll keep the phone lines open throughout the show. Again, the phone number is 651-647-2910. The text line, you can text your questions, 763. Look at that. I was going to start with the 443. He's just shaking his head. Look at Evans. He's just disgusted with me.
A little.
It's like Walgrave, you can't even get to the second part of giving out the number without completely pooching it.
Tell you what, numbers are hard. I'm telling you.
This number in particular is a bit of a tongue
the new
twister.
math.
It's the
Numbers.
It's the new math.
Yeah, because that's totally what math is. It's just reading a number off of a page.
Hey.
Text line.
Give him a little slack. He's a real estate agent.
I know.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
that.
You're welcome.
Evan. All right, 763. The text number is 763-443-5664. Text your real estate questions to win Timberwolves tickets to 763-443-5664. Anything and everything real estate related. One big winner for the best real estate question. Give us a call or a text this morning. All right, Dustin and Jerrad, gentlemen, you guys have been working closely together for the last several months, working on some very exciting things. Our partnership with Credilife, we're putting together some really cool programs for folks that want to buy a home. Maybe it's their first home. They'd like to have opportunity and options for the best possible financing. So they're coming in, they're looking for credit improvement, not necessarily credit repair, but credit improvement to get their score up as high as you can possibly get it, so that Mike can offer you the most and best financing options out there. You guys have met yesterday, I think, again?
Yep.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you've got a great idea, something new coming up. Why don't you guys talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, well, we sat down and met. We're talking about what you've been doing lately, and you've been working with a lot of real estate investors, which is always exciting. And at Credilife, we've been doing a lot of events. We've been doing a lot of virtual events, a lot of educational-driven virtual events, and we knew that we wanted to do something different, bring something more live, in person, here locally in Minnesota. And so we talked about putting together an awesome event end of April. that's going to be geared towards business owners and real estate investors. So we can educate them on how to leverage business credit, so that way they can access more financing and then learn about strategies in real estate investing as well.
Right. Yeah. And then they're not digging up their personal credit either when they're
Excellent. And
investing.
just showing all the opportunities that you can have with having a really good credit score.
Exactly.
So
that's what it's all about too. It's like, if you're out there and you're a real estate investor, or if you're a business owner and you're wanting to get into real estate, or just understanding business credit in general as a business owner, this is going to be a really fun event. Just because, every time I talk to business owners, I'm like, hey, do you know about business credit? And some say, yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Thing is, it's completely under leveraged, and you have more opportunity in financing through business credit than you do on personal level once you build it. And it really isn't difficult to build. And that's why I'm excited to bring this on more locally. I want to empower local business owners and educate them on this opportunity.
I think there's great opportunity out there. So, Mike, tell us a little bit about financing. How are we doing? How are the rates looking? They're not down.
Why do you always ask me the hard questions? How am I supposed to know? I'm just the mortgage guy. No, just kidding. So inflation is the main driver out there, right? So we thought this Russia-Ukraine thing, which that's still hanging out there, right? So that still has some impact on rates. But inflation is the gorilla out there right now that's running rates right now. So the more that we hear about inflation in the news, the more that inflation stays up at its current levels, the more and more interest rates are going to rise.
Sure.
So the last report that came out this week, inflation was at 7.9%, which is up 0.1% from the week before. So it's 7.8 the last week, 7.9 this week, and rates trickled up because of it. So rates went up another 1/8 to 1/4% this week because of that news. So you're sitting right now. I locked a few people in yesterday at 4% flat. There was a couple at 4.125, obviously dependent upon credit score, right? And these people were pretty much top tier credit. I did quote one yesterday at 475. Credit score was 676, I think.
Just shy of that 680.
And 680 is a big number, right? So I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, you're at a 678, you're at 475. If you do this, if you get to 680, it went down to 4.375.
Wow.
Like it was up, that 680 mark seems to be a really big jump on the conventional loan side of things. And literally getting 2 points, is a matter of, hey, we can save you, $70 a month by literally getting 2 more points on your credit score versus where it's at now. So it's one of those things we're fine tuning stuff and they qualify and stuff. Like to Jerrad's point, it's like you qualify, but maybe we can just get you in a little bit better, get you in that next bucket that'll save you some money. And a lot of times it's just tiny little tweaks that we can do here and there that get them there. So
yeah, and I think it's so important to realize the power of great credit. Mike and I were talking to a client of ours this week, and he runs a cash heavy business, and he's got some cash funds, and he was kind of kidding around, and he's like, back in the day, he said, cash was king. Cash was king. He said, and I said, well, not anymore. Credit is king, and good credit score is really king because that gives you the most options. And it does. And it's, I suppose if you had, $10 million cash and then you just were going to buy everything cash, then cash would be king. But, we live with opportunity that revolves around your credit score. And so that's why it's so important to have good credit. Folks, we got the phone lines open at 7. Well, the text line is 763.
See, I'm not on camera, so people can't see me shaking my head. Hang on, let me fix that.
Text line,
there he is. There we go. I love it. I love it.
The text line is open. Text us your real estate questions to win Tim Rolfs tickets. 4 tickets on us. One big winner for the best real estate or credit question. Text your real estate questions to 763-443-5664. Again, the text line is open at 763-443-5664. The call-in number to the studio, if you'd like to win tickets, give us a call with your real estate questions. One big winner for 4 tickets to a Timberwolves game. Timberwolves are kicking butt lately, folks, so it's a great opportunity to go to the game, have a lot of fun. The phone lines are open. If you'd like to go, give us a call with your real estate questions. The text in Good grief.
You're putting so much pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
Evan, you need a buzzer. You need a.
Hang on, I think I have one of those. Let me
I
switch
can
my
feel
layout.
Evan just like mean mugging me over there, and it's
I'm not being mean. I'm
distracting
just,
me.
you know, I put the curse on you
We should.
because we're so proud of reading it right. I just
That was
you know.
it. Pride will kill you.
I think we put a blood pressure cuff on him and just monitor that throughout the show. And just every time you say the wrong number, we'll watch that number just tick up a little bit.
I think he's got one. Is that what that watch is?
Evan, what's the studio number?
651-647-2910.
He's got a very calming voice, doesn't he?
It's so.
I did that without
Delivered well.
looking at anything written down, by the
That
way.
was awkward eye contact with you the whole time. He said it.
Awkward eye contact. I love it. All right, folks, if you'd like to win Timberwolves tickets, give us a call or send us a text. All right, we're gonna do market statistics real quick, and then we're gonna jump into our 10 credit score truths and myths. Right now, market updates in the Twin Cities metro area. That's how I feel about the inventory of homes for sale.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
4,341
Oh my goodness!
homes for sale in the market right now.
Are you telling me that we've lost 1,000 in the last 2 weeks?
From about a month ago, yes.
Yes,
we have.
Yes, we have.
And a year ago, we were at 5,500. That is down 21% from this time last year. Folks, look, I mean, a normal market is like 18 to 20,000 listings. You know, I mean, we've even seen it, a normal market at 27, 28,000 listings. And we're at 4,300. There's not many homes for sale. In fact, homes per buyer, 0.9. So of all the buyers out there, you don't even get to buy a whole house. You get 0.9 of a house. That's how many homes per buyer. It's incredible. A year ago, right?
Yeah.
Not much inventory, but that gives opportunity for new construction. We can talk about that later in the show and how that can help if you're a move-up buyer. You have a home to sell and you're worried about finding a home. So it's a change of 21% from last year. Pending home sales in the last 3 months, 10,782. Last year, 11,781. So pending home sales in the last 3 months is down about 8.5%. Median sale price is up though. 331,420 is the current median sale price. A year ago, 307. So that's up 8%. The median sale price is up 8% from this time last year. Affordability index is 134. A year ago, we were at 153. As I said, homes per buyer is 0.9. A year ago, 1.1, so that's down 18%. And average days on market is 34, where a year ago we were at 39. The average sale price is 99.5% of the list price, and a year ago we were at 99.7, so that's a change of about 0.2%. So again, inventory is low. What does that mean? I think that it means, for real estate agents and mortgage guys, we're definitely working more and harder than we were last year at this time. Yeah. We're putting in more time, putting in more hours. We're working harder. I think that the pending sales, one of the reasons they're down is because of the inventory, the shortage of inventory. So does that mean if you're a home buyer that you're out of luck? No, it's not. It means that you need to hire a successful and strategic real estate agent or team that knows how to win multiple offers, that knows how to find you properties that are not on the market. In 2021, we did more off-market sales than probably the previous 5 years combined. Certainly more than any other year, and that's important if you're a buyer. It's also important for our sellers. We have a lot of sellers that come in and they say, look, I'm interested in getting market value for my home. I'd like it to be easy. I don't really want any showings. Can you guys sell it off market? And then we have, folks that say, well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just go on the market to get the most amount of money? Well, that's not always what's most important for some sellers. Some sellers want market value and they want it quick and easy with the terms that they need. Maybe they need a 6-month rent back, or maybe they need an extended closing, or they need specifics. Buyers are willing to accommodate those things. So if you're a buyer or a seller out there, you're interested in off-market properties, either to buy or to sell, we'd love to help with you. And we are experts at it. We're doing a lot of business that way. Or if you're a seller that just says, look, Dustin, I want you to get me the most amount of money for my home in the quickest time, we can do that as well. We have a proven strategic, very, very successful marketing plan to sell homes for the highest amount in the quickest time. And so whatever your real estate goal is, we can help you, and we'd love to hear from you. Go to our website, minnesotahometalk.com, to check that out. I mean, what are you guys seeing on the mortgage side, Mike, as far as, I mean, your applications are up from last year, right?
Yeah, applications are up 26% from last year.
Holy smokes.
Purchase applications, and so we're just, we're not looking at refinances at all, strictly just purchases, because refinances, they come and go with rates, right? Obviously, rates are up, so refinance applications, they go away. There's still some going out there. There's still opportunities out there for some people. But you look at purchase year over year, 26% more applications year to date this year versus last year, 30% less purchase closings this year than last year. And it's just because the inventory.
Because of inventory.
Yep. But if you can, the opportunity out there, if you can get an off-market deal put together right now, that's golden, right?
It is golden.
Especially as a buyer, because now you're not competing against against however many other offers on there. And so if you have the opportunity to do that, do an off-market deal, you're in a much better position than the people that are out there kind of just looking freely. Not saying that it can't be done. It's just you're not competing against as many other buyers that are out there.
Absolutely. Folks, we got the phone lines open if you'd like to win Timberwolves tickets on us. 4 seats together for one big winner. The studio line is open. Give us a call at 651-647-2910. The studio lines are open to win Timberwolves tickets. Give us a call with a real estate question, anything and everything real estate related. The best question's going to win. Give us a call at 651-647-2910. The text line, you can win via text. Text us your questions to 763-443-5664. 763.
Yeah, there we go. I love it.
The crowd goes wild. He did it. 763-443-5664. Give us a text to that number. All right, let's do our 10 credit score. Truths.
Let's do it.
All right.
I love it.
Dustin, Jerrad.
This is always a fun one.
I think we're going to make that 11. I got a number 11.
You got a number 11?
Yeah.
All right.
Which it could be number 1 or number 11. Either way.
We'll save the best for last. How's that sound?
Okay, perfect.
All right. 11 credit score, truths and myths. The best will be last. Number 1, credit reports aren't always accurate.
That's very true.
This is very true.
That is very
It's got
true.
to be true. It's got to be accurate. If it's written down, it's accurate.
Yeah,
Can't put anything on the internet that's not true.
Yeah, there can always be inaccuracies within your credit report. That's why it's so important when we talk to our clients. Awareness. Actively monitoring your credit, understanding how to read a credit report is so important, because you can easily find that there are inaccuracies. And there definitely are. And so it's very important to stay in tune with that.
So according to this, 80% of credit reports either have a mistake or an error on it. That's 80%.
Yep. Yeah.
And maybe it's a small one, but maybe that small one is the 2 points that you need to get up to 680.
Exactly.
That's going to save you $70, $80, $100 a month.
Well, it's important to know, how the credit bureaus operate. A lot of people don't understand that they're for-profit businesses. They're competitors, right? For-profit. They're making money on our data. That's what they're doing. So
everyone's making money on our data.
Exactly. That's what it's all about. And so if you think about just data nonstop getting dumped right on the bureaus, and it gets tied to your personal, your information. The thing is, there's no real verification process happening. And so that's why mistakes can easily happen. So once again, as a person out there, it's very important to have awareness of your credit report and monitor that, so that way you can keep track if there is anything on there that's inaccurate.
Yeah, I think the credit monitoring is really important. I have a service that I subscribe to. It's a monthly service. It's a reasonably priced one, but it tells me everything.
Yep.
When things decrease and things increase, credit inquiries. I appreciate it, and it's important because no one else is going to keep an eye on your credit except for you.
Yeah, exactly. And also too, with what you're using is better than let's say Credit Karma or Credit Sesame or all the different ones out there. It's just because those are missing information. Credit Karma is 2 of the 3 bureaus. It's not a detailed report. It's more of a detailed summary. It's not really giving you the data that you should be keeping track of. You want to make sure you have the ability to track all 3 bureaus. Credit Karma is 2 of the 3 bureaus. So it's not a
Well, that was interesting. A little echo
I
going
heard
on
myself talking back to me, and I was like, "Oh
was so
my
important we
goodness!"
had to
You were like,
repeat it.
Jared's like, "God, that guy sounds smart."
I was
What
like,
is that?
I would
it's me.
definitely listen to him.
Folks, you got the phone lines open. If you have credit questions, give us a call. 651. Studio lines are open at 651-647-2910 is the call-in number to win Timberwolves tickets. 4 tickets on us for the best real estate credit question or credit question. Give us a call at 651-647-2910. The text line is 763-443-5664. Text your real estate or credit related questions to 763-443-5664. Number 2 on our list of 10 credit score truths or myths. Number 2, pulling your credit score will lower it. True or
Ooh,
false?
I like that one.
And it's a little bit of a trick question
Yep.
because it's talking about soft pull and it's talking about a hard inquiry. So I'd love to
Yep.
hear more about
There's
that.
a difference. There's a difference there. So like when we talked about credit monitoring, that does not lower your score. You're not applying for anything. Think of it like that. If you're not applying for something and it's more for awareness purposes, like I'm just pulling my data, there's no negative impact to score. But when it's a credit seeking inquiry, when you're seeking more of something, right? That's when there's going to be that inquiry that can negatively impact your score.
I think that's a huge misconception.
It
Because
is.
I think most people think, if
Can't pull it.
Can't pull it. Don't pull the credit.
Yep.
Don't pull it. You know,
And
you
the credit
got to
cards
see where it's
now,
at.
too,
So.
don't they? What is that, a soft pull when the credit cards monitor your credit score?
So
for
when
you
they're
and stuff?
monitoring it, that would be considered soft.
Okay.
But if you're applying, then that would be considered a hard inquiry.
Evan, insurance. I call you up. Hey, I'm buying a house. Want to get insurance? You guys pull credit?
Yes.
Soft pull?
It's a soft pull, but it's doubly obfuscated. So we're not pulling just your direct credit score. The company will pull your credit score and then feed it into their own score thing. So it's not just your credit, it's also other rating factors that drive an insurance score. So it's extra fun. But yes, it is a soft pull.
There you go.
Credit means so much. Financing, insurance,
Cell phones,
jobs.
they pull. That's a hard pull.
Do they really?
Yep.
Cell phones
If
is a
you're
hard pull.
financing
That's a
your
hard pull.
phone, yep.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
wow.
so a lot, and not every single time are they going to be pulling a hard pull. There's other varying factors. But if you're going and they're pulling your credit as part of the approval decision, then that is considered a hard pull.
Interesting.
So here's another thing with that too is, so on the mortgage side of things, so this is true on the auto industry and the mortgage industry. So when pull number 1 happens, like on the mortgage side of things, you have a 14-day window to have as many other lenders pull your credit as possible, and you only get dinged for 1 pull. So that's the true in the auto industry too. Is 14-day window there too that you know of?
Yep.
If you go and apply for credit cards, right? It's shopping spree Saturday, right? We're going to go to Menards. I'm going to open up a Menards card so I can get the discount,
Bed
right?
Bath and Beyond.
Yep, Bed Bath & Beyond. They
Yep.
got 15% off if you open up an account with them. I'm going to open up an account with them, get that discount. And you go to 5 different department stores, let's say, or stores out there, and you open
Busy day.
you open a deal, right? Look at all the money I saved. Yeah, it cost me money not to buy this thing because of the discounts that's going on, right? So you go to 5 of them, right? Well, each one of those polls now is going to lower your score 5 to 15 points. So you may have just dropped your credit score 65 points in one day because you opened up 5 different accounts at 5 different stores.
Yep.
Right? On the
That's
mortgage
good.
side of things, you apply with one and now you want to get some quotes from some other ones. And so you do that within that 14-day window. Those subsequent polls, they're not dinging your score because you're doing it within that 14-day window. So just know that there's different rules around that piece of
Which is
having a
important to
credit
know.
pull, too.
That's mortgage, auto, and student loans.
And student loans.
That's
Okay.
good to know. My son just bought
Those
a truck,
3, they
so-
allow you to shop.
Folks, we got the phone lines open. If you'd like to go to Timberwolves game on us, one big winner. 4 tickets. Give us a call with your credit questions, real estate, insurance, and mortgage. Give us a call at 651-647-2910. That's the call-in number here to the studio, 651-647-2910. The text line is 763-443-5664. Text us your real estate or credit questions to 763-443-5664 to win Timberwolves tickets. 4 tickets on us. All right, number 3 on our list. A higher income means you'll have a higher credit score.
100% accurate.
Yeah, where's that buzzer? Evan, where's the buzzer? There it is.
Yeah, that's actually a huge misconception. A lot of times people think their income plays a role in the score when it doesn't.
Yep.
It's all based on the data and the history within the credit report.
And Mike, you and I were talking about this yesterday. We were talking about stated programs, stated income programs, and that, there's a lot of entrepreneurs, business owners, very successful people out there that have a ton of reserves, that have fantastic credit, but don't show the income that is necessary for their purchasing goals. They don't show the income on their taxes. And so there's not stated programs right now, stated income programs.
Right.
Correct. So
Not that I know of.
not that we know of.
No, the government came in back in the day and said, lenders, if you're going to give a loan, you got to be able to document the ability to repay. So that can be documented in a few different ways. That's why you see like bank statement programs out there. Those are a little iffy too. They're done differently, right? But you have to show the ability to repay. And so that's on the lender side of things. So stated income, if you have zero income docs in there, or you don't have some sort of alternative documentation there to show the ability of that client to repay that loan, can't do the loan.
Can't do the loan.
Yep.
Folks, we're talking about 10 credit score truths and myths. Number 4, credit scores and credit reports are the same.
That's to me a little bit of a trick question. They're not the same, but they are related to one another, right? So your score is an indication of the report, the data within the report.
So they're talking about what are the 3 big credit reports? What are they?
So you have TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. So those are the main credit bureaus. They're the ones that are housing all the data.
Yeah.
And then you have a third party that's used to pull credit. So like where, if you're pulling with Mike, when it comes to mortgage, if you're pulling, even online credit monitoring, Credit Karma, those are all like kind of third parties. And then they're going to use the FICO algorithm or whatever credit score algorithm they're using to spit out a score based on that data.
So the 3 big bureaus. So we talked about business credit real briefly in the beginning of the show. How is there a credit bureau for business credit? And what's that?
Yeah, so Dun & Bradstreet's the big one.
Okay.
Then there's TransUnion and Equifax Business.
Oh, really?
Yep, they have a business division now.
I didn't know
They
that.
have for a little while, but Dun & Bradstreet's the big player.
Yep.
But now the bureaus are entering into that field. And then the thing to remember is Paydex score.
Okay.
So as there's FICO for lending personally, there's Paydex for business.
And how does that work? How do those scores range?
So there's a big difference there in score range. Like, it's up to 850 for FICO.
Okay.
It's up to 100 for Paydex.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So like as you're building business credit, a lot of times what we're doing with our clients is the initial goal is to hit 70 plus.
Okay.
But really you want to get to like that 80 to 100 range.
Yep.
That's showing the ability to repay. And the huge difference between the two is business credit. I always let people know this. It's about how much do you have? Are you paying it? And how quickly? It's so simple. It's just about literally building it, having it, and paying it. Net 30 terms or less is better.
Okay.
That will build up your Paydex score faster. Where with personal credit, as we all know, because we talk about it all the time, there are so many variables around your personal credit score. Whereas, once again, that's why I love business so much. It's like, it's very straightforward.
Yep.
It's just understanding how to build it.
They're not trying to confuse you.
Yeah.
It's just
They would never do that.
They would never do that.
Exactly.
Talking about 10 credit score truths and myths. We also have the phone lines open. If you'd like to win 4 tickets to a Timberwolves game, give us a call at 651. The phone lines are open to win Timberwolves tickets at 651-647-2910. Give us a call or text us your real estate or credit questions to our text line. That number is 763-443-5664. Number 5 on our list, debt settlement removes debt from your credit report.
Oh man, this is a great one. You found a great list this time.
Thank you.
I love it. we battle this misconception so much. Like we have I love that one. Yes. We have a Facebook group called Free Credit Repair Advice, and we have close to 80,000 members.
Wow.
Extremely active group that we manage in Facebook. And that is one of the biggest posts is about debt settlement and removal of the account. What people have to understand is that just because you pay it or settle it does not mean it's removed. In fact, in most cases, it remains on there.
And a lot of times, it still reports that you owe the balance on your credit report. So I have a collection account out there. I paid that thing off in full. Still shows that I owe a balance on it on my credit report. And it's months later. What the heck?
This type of stuff happens all the time. So like there's so many variables involved. Like One, collections get bought and sold. So you're getting a call. It's tax time, refund time. You got money. I want to fix my credit, right? They're getting calls by collection companies. You can pick it up. Yep, I know I want to pay that. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pay that. Oh, I can settle for 60% of the balance. Great, I'll pay that off. Thing is, what's on the report could have been a different collection company for the same debt that reported based on the one that's actually calling you now. So there's a lot of variables involved in that.
Yep.
You want to make sure you're actually, effectively taking care of it in the right way. Another thing too is that when you pay it off, a lot of people assume that it's then removed. The thing is, let's say it's even that company that you did pay. If it gets updated to just a zero balance, such as it happens in most cases there, that update actually causes an additional negative impact, stays on there now as a zero balance, still a derogatory negative debt in your history.
So a part of the settlement, can you have the removal be a part of the...
In some cases, yes.
Okay.
Yep. And that's really, I think, what's really has sprung this more so lately with people is that they assume that that's out there, and it is. You have to negotiate it, and they have to do it within their terms, meaning not all collection companies can do that.
Sure.
Only some do.
Okay.
Like if you have medical is a really popular one, a lot of medical collection companies have it part of their protocol to delete it after payment.
Got it.
But then there's a lot of let's say maybe you had a credit card that went bad or utility bill or certain things like that. A lot of those collection companies will not remove it. In fact, cannot.
Okay.
So you have to be able to effectively vet that. And that's a part of what we do at Credilife with our clients is based on the starting point. We already know who will do payment for deletion and who won't. And so what we'll do, a part of our practice is let's go through and investigate and challenge, because the first question, we know that not all reports are accurate.
80% or not.
And so there's laws around that empower you as a consumer. We're going to exercise your legal rights. We're going to challenge things in a way that's difficult to verify. Let's attempt to get it removed first. Then let's go and now settle and negotiate a settlement for the least amount. So you save the most amount of money. That process right there essentially guarantees that you're going to be improving your credit.
Excellent. Folks, we got the phone lines open. It's 651-647-2910. That was for you, Evan. 651, phone lines are open, 651-647-2910. The text line, 763-443-5664. Number 6 on our list. Overson, you're going to love this one. Cash-only payments will improve your credit score.
I love it.
No.
Cash only.
They won't. No.
Cash money.
The thing is, your credit score, you got to measure your credit score is a measure of your habits and your ability to basically borrow money and pay it back on time. Well, when you're paying for everything on cash, you're not borrowing and paying it back. You're just paying for it with cash, and therefore you're not creating activity, right? That shows that you have the ability to borrow and pay it back.
Yep.
And so that's why everyone's like, yeah, I got a great credit score because I literally have never used credit, right?
Yeah.
So I've never used credit. I got nothing bad on there, but the problem is you got nothing good on there either.
Yeah, there's no record.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no credit's bad credit.
No credit is
That's how
bad
lenders
credit.
look at it.
I mean, it is
credit's
because
not good credit either, though. My son just found that out when he purchased his truck.
Yeah.
He's got a 740 credit, and they still made me co-sign for him.
Yeah.
His credit's better than mine.
Yeah.
Mine's just older.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So it's more established.
That's such a solid point. I always let people know the score gets you in the door.
Yeah.
That's a big part of it, because if there's a lack of history or lack of depth, well, then there's going to be other, lending requirements are going to say, hey, well, you have the score, but really, we want to hit these requirements here. We feel more comfortable to lend you money.
Conventional loans are very strict on that. I've had several people, 750, 760 credit score, can't get approved for a conventional loan unless they put big dollars down. And the reason why is because the history is so short.
Yep.
You got a great score, but you've only had one account open for 6 months. That's just not long enough to us to be able to say, yeah, you can borrow money and pay it back on time. We need more history.
Yep.
FHA is fine all day long on 6 months worth of history, but conventional loans, not unless you have a big down payment. That's not going to run and it's not going to get approved.
Well, you guys know our oldest daughter, Tanian, she bought a house last July.
Yep.
And so when she first was asking about it, we checked her credit. Well, I knew she wasn't going to have a score because she was 18 at the time. And so no score at all. Didn't show up because there was no activity. So she went out and she's in college. She's able to get 3 college credit cards. There's great deals and offers for college students, fully enrolled college students. And so then I added her a couple of my accounts, added her to her car loan. So within a matter of 3.5 months, she went from no credit to 740 credit. 740 credit, and she's 19 years old. And then she was able to qualify for a mortgage as the co-signer, and she was able to buy a house last summer. And so, whatever stage you're in, if buying a house is your goal, we can help you get there.
Yep.
Mike and I have talked about this for the last 10 years. It does not matter what has happened in the past with your credit, with your financial situation. If buying a house is your goal, we can write the plan, and with Jerrad's help, we can work that plan to get you there. It's just a matter of a plan and time. Sometimes it takes a few months, sometimes it takes more than a few months, but with that plan and some time, we can get you into a house.
Yep. Classic example. Remember, I got a call from a guy, and this is a few years ago. I got a call from a guy that said, "Hey, so and so referred me to you. Here's the scoop. I know I can't get approved for a loan right now, but here's the deal." He's like, "I haven't paid a bill in the last 2 to 3 years." He's like, "Every bill that I would get in the mail, I would just put in a shoebox." He's like, "I know that's not right, but I want to correct this."
Yeah.
So he's like, how do I get started? What do I need to do? So I had him come in, and he literally brought the shoebox full of everything. And so it was one of those things where obviously he's just got, collections, and he's got all this stuff on his credit. So we got him over to Jerrad and the team over there, and we just started. Here's what we need to do. We just took it step by step. Year and a half later, he's buying a house.
Wow.
So
It's huge.
it can be done. That's the thing. It can definitely be done. Now, something like that's not an overnight deal.
Right.
But again, with time and a plan, and you just go step by step. Year and a half, he was buying a house, and he was just like, I never thought that I would ever be able to buy a house, to be honest with you.
We love those stories.
Yeah.
We're sitting at the closing table, and whether it's it's usually a first-time home buyer, and we love it when people think they can't buy a house. And I didn't think I was ever going to be able to do it for whatever reason, and then we get them to that goal, and we're at the closing table. That's a fantastic closing. That's a great feeling.
Yeah, that's why I love what I do so much. Like we all get to share in this, together, which is great. It's so positive, and the way I look at it is we gave some amazing examples just right now, on the show. It's like it doesn't matter if your starting point. Like if you have poor history and a life event happened, there's so many variables, like medical, divorce, didn't know how to manage my debt, growing up in college, right? Like all the different things. All the way to the person that is looking to better their score to compete in this market, get better financing, right? It's everywhere in between, and that's why I love it so much. It's like we're literally empowering people to just get to achieve their goals. That's what it comes down to. And we all know too, when it comes to the home buying process, real estate is proven to be one of the best investments and leads to long-term wealth for people. That is the truth.
Yep.
And so that's why it's so powerful, is to be able to bring that to people, right? You know what I mean? And especially the ones that think that they can't do it. It's so rewarding when you flip that and they realize, holy smokes, I'm getting the keys.
Yeah, I'm getting the keys. It's exciting stuff. Well, and I think I'm a big fan of the state of Florida. Love Florida. I read something recently that they're trying to implement a new budgeting and credit class for all high school students. So to graduate high school,
so smart.
They have to go through this class that teaches them about your credit, how to manage credit, and budgeting. I think it's huge because we didn't have.
That should be nationwide.
It should be nationwide. I mean, that's just something that they don't teach in high school, and a lot of times not even in college. And so it's really important. Would love to see that come to Minnesota. Talking about 10 credit score truths and myths. Number 7. Oh yeah, this one. I hear this one often. Number 7. Improve your credit by closing your credit card accounts. I have clients all the time that say,
He's quick on that button, isn't
all
he?
right,
I love it.
I want to buy a house. I've got these couple credit cards that I've had for like 15 years. I never really use them, so I'm going to close them. I'm going to close those accounts.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Please.
Why not, Jerrad? Why not close a credit card that you've had for 15 years that you're not using?
I know when I hear this story, I'm always like, oh, like how you started with the properties on the market right now. When I hear that, I feel the same way. I'm like, that is a big no-no. And the reason being is that you have to think about it. Like, Mike just brought it up earlier. Your credit is an indication. It's about habits. It's about they want data. Lenders want data so they can make better lending decisions. That's why they use that. What happens is if you have, let's say, like a credit card you've had for 15 years, even if you haven't been using it, that open available credit is a positive for you, and the history is a big positive for you. And when you close that, you're now closing out that active account, what was positively impacting your history and the available credit. It shuts that down. And so it's not uncommon when people do that to see a significant dip in score. I mean, it can be quite significant. And it's based on the other history within your report and other depth that you have, So that's a big no-no. And I think it happens to a lot of people too, where either two things happen. One, they're conservative mindset, right? And they're thinking, oh, well, I never use these anyways. And I want to show them that I don't even need these cards.
Yeah.
I don't even need these cards to pay this bill.
Yeah.
Well, that's the big issue.
Right.
That's not how it works. And then you also have people too that have maybe gone through the journey of building their credit, and they have some accounts that have like annual fees or some fees associated.
Sure.
And they're thinking, well, I don't need these anymore because I'm better now.
Yep.
Thing is, when you close that once again, negative impact.
Yep.
So there's a couple variables involved in that and why people make those decisions.
And we would even take it a step further and say if you have those older accounts, older the better, use them. Put one of your reoccurring, 19 bucks a month bill on there. Maybe it's a Netflix or whatever the case is. Use it.
Yep.
And then set that payment up on auto pay.
Yep.
So you don't have to think about it or ever worry about it being late. But I mean, if you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, they should be used every month. Keep those balances below 5%. Is that kind of the recommendation?
1 to 3 is the best.
1 to 3 is the best. But using them shows activity, and activity helps your score.
Yep, exactly. That's such a perfect. We call that the credit machine.
The credit machine.
We always tell our clients we're setting you up on the credit machine.
Well,
That's
Mike
subscription
was talking about too.
method.
It builds that history, right? That longevity of credit history.
So every time I pull credit, I have a custom, basically one-page PDF that I made. It's called Credit Scores, Do's and Don'ts. And I send it out. And I said, hey, so I usually put a screenshot of your credit scores out there. So if you do an application with me, I send you a screenshot of your credit scores. And then I also attach it, say, hey, read the do's and don'ts on here. So literally one of the don'ts on there is, do not close anything unless you talk to me first. It's right on there.
I mean, it should just say, don't do anything. Don't do anything unless I tell you to.
So, and I have a lot of people that reach out to me, hey, I was going to close this account, but I read on your do's and don'ts, I shouldn't do that. Is that okay? You know what I mean? So I actually get people that read it, which is great,
That's
first
awesome.
of all, because a lot of people just be like, right?
No,
So I do get a lot of people that read it. And then I get a lot of people reaching out to me too. And so that's great. It's usually a quick answer, right? Yeah, you go ahead and do this. Or a lot of people I was going to pay this off, but it says don't pay it off here. If it's a credit account, go ahead and pay it off just to make sure you don't close it. If it's an installment loan, like an auto loan or something, then I look at their credit report and it's like, well, if that's your only account that you have going out there right now, you can't pay it off because that auto loan, as soon as you pay it off, it's done, right? It's done and it's closed out. And so you have to keep that on there in order to maintain your credit score where it's at because it's the only account. So
you need the activity. Yep. 10 credit score, truths and myths. Number 8 on here, smart management of various banking accounts. So we're talking about checking and savings accounts will reflect in your credit score.
So that's completely separate.
Yes, it is.
Your checking has no, it's not reported to the credit bureaus, at least when it comes to your credit report. There is a separate system called check systems. There's bank ratings. There are differences, but that's not specific to your credit report.
You're absolutely correct. These are not reported to credit bureaus and thus have no impact. Number 9, dispute accurate but negative information to remove it from your credit report. It says you can dispute only mistakes. A valid dispute will result in a deletion of inaccurate information. A dispute of negative but accurate information will achieve nothing. So this is just talking about, folks, if you have things out there that are accurate, and disputing them is going to have little to no effect. Number 9 on our list, or actually number 10, and then we have a number 11.
Yeah.
The best for last.
Yep.
Talking about 10 credit score truths and myths. Number 10, missed payments that aren't reported to credit bureaus won't affect credit score. Missed payments that aren't reported to your credit bureau won't affect credit score.
If it wasn't reported, it won't negatively impact. A lot of times people feel like if they're late by a few days, oh, my credit's going to drop.
Yep.
It's based on the billing cycle. That's why the first late payment's 30 days on a credit report. So as long as you made that within that timeline and it did not report a 30-day delinquency, it would not negatively impact score.
Yep.
So that's the other thing too, is a 30-day late is something that's a full 30 days late.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you have a payment due on April 1st and you make that payment on April 30th, you're still good. Now, if you go to May 1st and make that payment for April 1st, now you're the full 30 days late. Now it's going to show up as a 30-day late.
And when you say make the payment, you mean the bank receives the payment.
Like receives it, processes it, applies it to your account.
Not pending.
Yeah.
It
You know
needs
what I
to
mean?
reflect that payment
Can't
was
send
made.
it out on the 30th.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things where it's like you're on April 30th, like, can I make a payment over the phone so that it gets applied right now? You know what I mean? That type of deal.
Yeah.
You can't be like, I'm going to submit it online and hope it processes and goes through in time. Like, you got to do that now if that's the situation.
I think that's a great point, talking about 30-day lates. I mean, when you're talking about lates on your credit report, they're usually talking about 30, 60, 90-day lates.
Yep.
Is there 120, 120-day lates?
Yeah.
You can go up to 120.
180s, 180-day lates?
Well, I think 120 is the longest. I think
120 is the
at that
longest.
point it's
And then usually on the report, let's say if something really did go bad for a long time,
Yep.
we call them like rolling lates is the term
Okay.
that's used. And you see like it goes up like 30, 60, 90, and it's like, it just keeps going
then it's
120.
120, 120, 120,
Oh,
120.
yeah,
Then the
'cause they
120s
call
just start stacking up
Yeah,
and going back.
compounding.
Yeah.
There, I have seen 180 related to federal student loans.
Oh.
I have seen that on reports, and then it rolls from there. But it ranges based on the creditor.
All right, folks, we got the phone lines open. Maybe time for one more call or question via text. The text line is 763-443-5664. The call-in number is 651-647-2910. Jerrad, what is the best way for folks to get a hold of you anytime?
You know, you can go to a couple different ways. You can just go to our website. It's yourcreditlife.com. That's our website. That's easiest to type in there and check us out. Or you could go to my personal site and reach out to me personally at Jerrad, Jerrad, 360.com. That's my personal site. You can reach out to me. You can connect on my social medias. I have everything that we do on there for you, Jerrad360.com.
You guys are very active on social media. You have been doing a lot of... here we go. I guess we're wrapping up, folks.
You have to wait for next week to
Next
find out about
week.
that.
The carrot. Do you have a house that needs a lot of work? Are you ready to sell, but you think no one will buy because of the condition? Would you like to sell your home and close in as little as 7 days? Give us a call, folks. We have clients that are buying properties that need all levels of renovation. They're cash buyers looking to purchase right now. Please give us a call or check us out online at MinnesotaHometalk.com. Folks, that's MinnesotaHometalk.com. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week.